Amen. What it is, this is Dean, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App, $ Dean by any means. If you like to donate, definitely hit the Cash App, because YouTube ain't taking 30%. There go to PayPal, at Dean by any means. Y'all see that heart with the $? That's the super thanks. So if you can't hit the the Cash App or the PayPal, can definitely hit that super thanks. Please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. I let people talk that like to talk because you get to see how full of ish they are. Y'all know y'all can't mess with me when it comes to this boxing stuff, right? I hope y'all starting to get it. But just in case you don't, I can do this all day. I don't get tired. Y'all get tired way before I will. I sit back, I wait, I watch. I'm gonna say this again. I watch, I sit back, I wait. Because it just shows just how much of hypocrisy that goes on in boxing. And that's why they call Dean Mr. Consistency. I thought Turkey was saving boxing, y'all. I thought Turkey, Mr. Turkey, y'all daddy. That's your daddy. Y'all call the man. You got boxing fans that call the man your excellency as if he's paying you something. He is not a prince. He is not a king. If you ain't, I want to say this to every fighter that hears this and every fight fan. If you call Turkey your excellency and you have never called your own father that, you're a clown. All of you, whoever that hits, if I hit dogs holler. If you call Turkey your excellency and you've never even said that to your own father, you're a goofball. And if I gotta explain any further why I say that, you're a goofball times two. You're Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez. Thought Turkey was saving boxing. Today is January 20th, people. Ain't today January 20th? Today January 20th, right? Today January 20th. That means we got a month before this Riyadh season card that none of you are talking about. Nobody is covering Dimitri Bivol versus Arthur BETERBIEV 2. Nobody is talking about or made videos on any of the fights on that card. But y'all wanted Jaron Ennis to go over there and fight on a card that don't nobody care about or talking about. Can't wait to come out with some Jaron Ennis news in a couple weeks too, but we'll get there to show y'all I was right again. Y'all can't mess with me, bro, because I say stuff that I see on a rising from an unbiased opinion, no matter who I like or don't like. Y'all base y'all commentary off of who you like. That's okay. Continue to do your thing. I'm gonna continue to be able to say I was right again. Nobody is talking about that Riyadh season card with shakurstevenson, Joseph Parker, and Dubois and BETERBIEV and BIVOL. None of y'all are talking about that. You want to know what that tells me? You don't care about the best fights getting made, like you said, that makes y'all knob gobble Turkey. Because if you did, you would be talking about that much more than everything else. You want to know what y'all talk about more than that card? I'm going to name you 10 different things that y'all talk about more than that card. Gervonta Davis retiring, Gervonta Davis and who he's fighting, Gervonta Davis hairstyle, Terence Crawford, Canelo, Earl Spence coming back. What else is a hot topic? Devin moving up weight classes, Devin ducking T.O. ducking Devin and everybody else. That's about 8 things right there. And I know it's something else right now, but I'm just losing track of thought because this is off the dome. But I've named you 8 things that has been talked about in my YouTube suggestions, much more. I don't remember the last time I saw a Bivol and BETERBIEV prediction or panel talking about this fight, which shows y'all true intentions. That's why Dean, sit back, I watch, I wait. Because I let you do it so you can't even go backwards and act like you. Now watch how many people start talking about the fight and acting like they really care. If y'all care, y'all would have been promoting it. And this goes to content creators too. Go in all of the content creators, go in all of their videos, and then check out their content in the last 2 months. And then tell me how many videos you see off of BETERBIEV and BIVOL, which will probably be the best fight of the year again, or a candidate for it. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. Oh, yeah, I know a nice thing. Crawford and Gervontadavis arguing. Something else that y'all was talking about. Much more than you talk about this card. See, y'all care about the drama in boxing. You don't love boxing. You care about the drama in boxing. And that's why Deem is here. Because I actually care about the fights. That's why I tell B-side guys to act like B-side guys. I tell people to go about things the proper way, because then it weans out all of the BS and we get to just talk about the fights. We can't say somebody's ducking or somebody's overpaid or somebody think that they on this person level and all this, that, and the third. You see why we don't talk about David Morrell bad? Because David Morrell didn't try to act like he was David Benavidez. David Morrell didn't do what Shakur is doing to Gervontadavis or what Devin Haney did. He knew his place. He knew where he was at. He wanted his opportunity. He did everything he could to get that opportunity, got the opportunity, didn't just sit back and wait for David Benavidez to send him an offer. That's what David Morrell didn't do. So much so that it put pressure on David Benavidez because he wanted the Canelo fight. So you know what David Benavidez kept hearing, y'all? Well, David, you keep chasing Canelo. If Canelo don't give you the fight, then you can't do the same thing Canelo doing to you to David Morrell. David Benavidez heard that, and because David Benavidez actually cares about his brand and how he's looked at, you know what he does? He takes the fight. And guess what we do with both of those fighters? We give them their credit. Ain't nobody talking bad about David Morrell. Ain't nobody talking bad about David Benavidez. You want to know why? Because it ain't a bunch of narratives surrounded by it. They all handle things properly, the real way, the way it actually happens when people actually want to fight. I wonder how much Devin Haney want to fight Ramirez. I wonder if that's I wonder how much he want to fight Ramirez. I'm asking for a friend. But I sit back, I watch, I wait, and I let y'all talk because it get to show you just how much of BS y'all full of. Y'all don't care about Turkey. Y'all don't care. Y'all claim y'all care about him making the best fights just for you to not talk about the cards that he's putting on, promoting it, making sure that it has the best possible result. If you cared enough. See, one thing I learned as a grown man: people talk about things they care about. They don't talk about things they don't care about. That is a fact. Y'all can't go back in history. Y'all can't rewind 2 to 3 weeks to sit up there and talk about it. And don't dare say, well, Dean, it's a fight a month away. They'll start talking about it. If Gervontadavis and Lamont Roach has been getting talked about since December. Gervontadavis and Lamont Roach has been talked about drastically the minute the fight was made. If Shakur Stevenson and Gervontadavis fight get made, it'll be talked about every day, every week leading up to that fight. You want to know why that is? Because people care about it. If Bud Crawford and Canelo, the fight becomes official, it'll get talked about every single day until they fight. Why? Because people care about it. People talk about things they care about. They don't talk about things they don't care about. And you can't claim you love boxing if you don't talk about Arthur BETERBIEV and Dmitry Bivol. And the reason y'all might say, well, Dean, you not talking about it. I have talked about it, so that'd be a lie. But the main reason why Dean don't got to talk about it, because I predicted y'all would do this. I predicted y'all would do this. I'm not the one saying Turkey saving boxing. Y'all say that. I'm not the one saying this is the best card that we have ever seen. And if this is the best card that's in boxing, the best card possible, and y'all are not talking about it, how can you say that you love boxing? If that's what you really think. I don't think that. Do I think it's a very good card? Yes. There's literally only 3. See, what y'all think of other people, I don't. Virgil Ortiz versus Madrigal, that's a pretty good fight. It's not nothing that I write home about. Shakur Stevenson, Kid Austin, yeah, that's a pretty good fight. That's what's up. That's not nothing that I'm like, I think they could have. The thing is, y'all, I think all of those fights could have held their own. That's why I'm different in that. I don't even agree with the format. I agree with stacking the undercards, but stack the undercards with guys who still on the up and coming that can't hold a main event spot themselves. Because then guess what, y'all? If we do that, we get more boxing. If you make Virgil Ortiz and Madrimov a co-main or a main event, then you get to make other cards based around that. Shakur Stevenson and Kid Austin could have happened in New Jersey, in Newark, and had a whole card surrounded by it. It didn't need to be the co-main. But what do Dean know? Therefore, we would have got more boxing. The Dubois fight, that would have always had to be a co-main, so I'm not mad at that. But if this is such a great card, you would think that y'all would talk about it much, much more than y'all are doing. But y'all not talking about it. Why? Because you don't care. You care about Gervonta Davis. You care about Bud Crawford. You care about Canelo Alvarez. You care about the narratives that's going on in boxing. That's why I made my channel, to kill all the narratives that go on in boxing, so we can actually get back to actually seeing the fight, and that I could beat y'all on debates about who's going to win and who not. Because anybody that knows Dean, they know what I really like to do is break down the inside of the ring on why somebody can't beat somebody. But y'all already know what this is, though, right? Dean by any means. And I holla at y'all.